Hi and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me on another tackle unboxing and review. Now we've got a few different items on this side, and this may look like I've gone a crazy town to Matrix, but I have got quite a few Matrix bits, and in another video I've also got the two pole rollers as well. I swap and change my boxes, I swap and change my poles very frequently. The things that I do tend to keep hold of is luggage and attachments. I don't change them very often at all. So I've had my Preston ones for probably 3 or 4 years now, and they are getting a bit beaten up, and don't get me wrong, they're absolutely fantastic bits of kit, and they've been ragged up and down and all over, and what I want to do is just refresh it. And because I've never owned Matrix attachments apart from a couple of keep net arms, I thought I'd try that out and see what it's about, really. Yes, they match the box, and that's just a bonus in it. But what are they like? What are they like to open? What do they feel like? And what do you get? And what price are they for a start? So I went to one of my local tackle shops, and these are the attachments that we're going to try today. So what I've got is a ripple bar. So that's used for attaching your pole socks, resting sections on, and lots of different uses. You put your landing net handles and heads and stuff like that on it, and lots of different uses for it. This one on the end is for feeder, for the end of the feeder arm, which the feeder arm is there. So what we do is attach that to the box, which we'll show you, and you can attach that and your feeder will sit perfectly on there and you're ready to go. The one behind me is a roost, and this roost will actually fit between the two posts on my side tray. And I don't really use, I'll be honest, my Preston off box one. It's a great piece of kit, I just don't use it, and most of the times I just rest it against the side of my tray. So I just thought, why not get a roost kit to sit on top so I can just rest it on the side of there. That makes total sense to me. I do want the bait brolly as well for a little bit of coverage. Couldn't get that, unfortunately. All tackle shops around me are out of those, so that will be coming in the future. And then just a simple towel, because I change my towels every year because they get shredded, they get heavy use, and by the end of the year I'm a bit OCD, so I do put them through the old washing machine a few times just to stop them from stinking and going all mouldy. So yeah, that's one of those as well as those. Like I say, I've got another video coming with the flat roller and the double roller Preston ones, Matrix ones, so keep your eyes out for that, and we'll able to go through it. So for no further ado, we will start with the first item. Right guys, so what we'll do is move a few of these attachments, get them over to this side, and we will have a look first at the roost kit. Now I've got my Preston one for quite a while, the kit safe one, great piece of kit, but the way this box is set out, for me, a lot of the time I just rest it on the trays, and I know it's not ideal to do that, but I do. So I just thought this might be the option to go with. So we'll get this one undone. This one firstly cost me $39.99, and it might vary depending on where you get that from. I'll give you a close-up of the box firstly. So that's what we're looking at. So it's a 3D extendable one. Let's jump back on. So you got the main part, and again, I'll show these up close. So we've got two quick release release pieces, and we've also got two different shapers. So these are 25 millers to go in there. I would assume these are 30s or 28s. And you take these out, and it's just a 36 mil leg. But because I've got those on, we're going to need those firstly to reach them on. So what I'm going to do is show you in detail. There's a little winding wheel. That's obviously to tighten it to your leg. And on top, there's a little button. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's a quick release button, and that's a little bit like your snap lock system. So On the part of the roost itself, you'll see that's where it clicks in, and that button will release that brass clip. And then on here there is 2 adjustables, and that allows either side to slide out and then locks in place, a bit like the snap locks do on the Preston. So firstly, before we do anything, we're just going to come to the other side of the box. Now you can decide whether you want this to be on the inside, the roost, or you want it on to be on the outside. Personally, for me, it'll always be on the inside because I'm short and I've got less reach. So that's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing for me. So once they're connected on, going right way around, it's just a matter of adjusting yourself till you get it to the right width to drop in, and you're just looking to locate them like so, and just push them right to the back. And then once we've got them both in line and pushed in, we can push that one in like so, and then tighten that one like so, and it sits on there perfect. Now that might not suit all of you. For me, it'll sit on there perfect for how I fish. I can reach that, I can still fit all my bait tubs on, and nice and simple. If you were to do the other side and you got longer reach than me, then that's fair enough, but just there is the perfect reach. And then it's a quick release button on that side and a quick release on that side, and it's out and in your hands. And then you've got obviously your 2 bits there. Now they're set at that, so I'll just take that one off a second and take this one off. So they're obviously set now with that width, so it should go straight on. So if I just wanted to put it away and keep that on there like that, and keep that one on there like that, then I can do. That's ready to go, and it's the perfect width every time. If I wanted to do it on the outside, I can do it on the outside of the leg like so, and slide that on, and I could have it that way around if I wanted it. Personally, I prefer it the other way around, but we'll leave it just there for 2 seconds. So that's the roost kit. That's the 3DR roost kit, the removable one. So we'll leave the towel till last because it's just a towel. So we'll move on to the 3DR rigid fixed feeder arm. So this one, again, like I say, and I've used mine for a long time, and it's a really good one, but it's just starting to show its age a little bit now, a bit like me. So that's just a little flash of the box. Now, there's no price on this at the moment, but I have the receipt in pocket. Let's have a look. And that was $25.99 for this one, which is not terrible. Most feeder arms are around that sort of up to around 30 quid mark. If you pay for the longer arms, extendable longer arms, maybe they'll be a little bit more expensive. And again, you're getting I'm getting first look at these as well as you, because I've not had them out before or touched them before, so you're getting the same reaction as I am. That one which just dropped on the floor is another one of those internal bushers that you can, depending on what size leg you've got, utilise. So it comes out the bag with a long bar which goes either way by the look of it, which means all you have to do is decide which side you want to put this pole in. Now this pole again has that quick release system, and it will fit in either way, depending on which one you want. So for me, I'll just pull a random piece out. Don't need this one, so we'll take that one out, and that can go on the side. If you press the button, that comes out actually, so that you can choose which side you want. So this side is, I've taken off the right side by sheer luck, and I'll go through that. See, this is when you've never had them before. So what I've done is taken it out, and that's got another button on there, so you can take that off, and obviously it's got that quick release system on it, which is the side that you want on your box, because obviously you could just leave that on. Going down to the other end is just a normal connection, and that's where we're gonna put the pole in the end. I'll just loosen that down a little bit, and as we can see, we've got the pole, so you can raise that pole up for whatever height you want to do, depending on how far you're away from the water. And obviously that's got a quick release, but it's also got a screw on it, so I'm not entirely sure why that is, but we can have a little look at it. So what I'm going to do for a second is just take out this while I show you the attachment for the end. So they don't come with an attachment, you have to buy the additional attachment, so you can choose which that one is. Again, this one I think was about $16.99. I'm just going to do a quick review. $16.99, I'm correct. So this one is a multi-rest ripple EVA large. It's a bit of a mouthful, but we'll bring that up close to camera. Now this one's clever. You can unscrew the ends. Do this end. You can unscrew these ends like so, all the way out, and these will replace it, and that is basically to stop the rod sliding off the end, which you don't want, because then it goes swimming, and nobody wants that. So what we'll do is get the knife, and we'll take this off first, and then we'll take off these two bits there. So like I was saying, that little one will screw on the end like so, and that goes on like so, and that'll sit there perfectly, so your rod will hit against. Now you can leave one open and one closed if you want to. Personally, I would normally have it on my right leg. I'm not going to mess about with this, I'll just put it on here to show you, but I would strike towards myself from right to left. So if I were just going to have one, I'd have it that way. You would always have it on your lower side. If you're going to strike that way, for example, you would have that side closed and strike the opposite direction. So I'm just going to keep those, and always keep hold of those wheels, because you might not want them, but somebody else might. So if you do sell it in the future, or you decide one day that you do want to have it, you've always got them. So don't over tighten them, but just give them a few more turns. There we go, that's that one. I'm just going to tighten that one a little bit more as well. I don't want to over tighten it, but I want it to be tight enough. So you can see you've got quite a long rest there, and it's longer than I've ever had, to be honest. But I'm up for trying the newer style and things like that. So this is a screw, even though it's got a button on, which is a bit bizarre. But I don't know if that button, when you get tight, just clicks in place or anything like that. I don't know. But that button's now stiff, so who knows. What we're going to do is put that bad boy through here now. So as you can see, this is how we're starting to put it together. This is not extendable, this one. This main bar, this doesn't extend. It's just rigid, and the end, obviously with it being a tubular piece and circle, you can move it wherever you want. So the good thing is, it doesn't matter where you tighten it to on that pole, you can move that pole to be the right angle, which is great because you don't over tighten the screw top or under tighten that screw top because of that. So I'm just going to slide the box back so we can get a little better perspective on this one. Right, there we go. So personally, I've never used it, and I'd have to wait until physically fishing to see how I'd set it in regards to where the rod would sit. But effectively, you tighten that up. We've taken out the blue piece for there, and you could drop that down. Now obviously you're gonna have water, so that's gonna, you can take it even lower, probably nearer the bottom, but obviously the pole's gonna be under the water, so you're absolutely fine there. So the rod would sit across me and the butt would sit up here. I've got another old Preston attachment which I still would use, which will hold the butt of the rod and always does like that. But there's a matrix one, and you could get one of those if you really wanted to, but mine's still in really good condition. So that's how I'd have the rod itself. It'd be a bit lower if we were in water and across me. So that's pretty nice. That I like the look of that. It's super strong, that is for sure. And then we've obviously got that quick release to take that off. Now I'd obviously take this out of the main structure to put it away like so, because it'd have to fit in my kit bag, so it will be taken to pieces like so and put to the side. So the next item is a double protected long bar, and this is a 3DR again. I'll bring this up to camera, as you can see. So again, it's foam. Again, it's got the buttons. I'm not quite sure why the buttons are on if they're not quick release. I don't know with that one, but it's, I suppose, all part of learning a new brand. In regards to the reason for having this, these toolbars are just so useful for so many things. I'm just going to cut this off, hopefully without sawing my own finger off. This is the only problem sometimes, trying to get attachments off, and they are difficult sometimes. So what we're going to do with this one is have that. I would normally have it. Again, we'll take out the blue. What I would normally do is have this as a ripple bar to the side, like so, and I'd have my 2 pole socks in it, and that's probably what I will. I will definitely still do that with 2 pole socks. I haven't got any pole socks yet. Nowhere's seem to have them in the vicinity local. So I'm just going to put it here for showing purposes. And again, it's got that quick release button, so you can pull them off, which realistically at any other brand I've got to do, because with Preston doing it, they just get left behind if they don't do it. So obviously that's nice and quick and easy, and it's another one of those click systems. Press that button and that's it. Nice and solid. Got that nice black foam, and I will be putting 2 small pole socks there when I get them, essentially. And yeah, $16.99 again. So not breaking the bank, but a really important piece of kit. And they do these in singles, do them in short ones, do them in long ones. This is the longer version. So really, that is an essential piece of kit in my mind. No matter what level you are, if you're going to pole fish, you need one of them, and you need some pole socks on for when it's windy. It just helps with looking after your pole. It stops it rolling into water. It stops it bashing about in the wind. Really important piece of kit. Definitely would recommend buying that. It's a must buy, is that. So we'll just pull that one off for now. And so as you can see, these can just sit on your box, just like I did with the Preston ones. Really simple and easy. And the last piece of kit we've got, which is not madly exciting, is the Matrix hand towel. Just nice and simple, bog standard. Just me being a bit of a tart. I get a new towel every year, purely because the other ones get shredded. What I do like about this though, is it's in a Ziploc bag. So when I finish with it, it might be something I do that by putting it back in that bag and dropping it into my kit bag, because it just keeps it together, doesn't it? This is 700 by 400 millimeters dimension wise, and it says it weighs 400 grams. But not that that matters. A towel is a towel. It's just what you want to pay for. So it is pretty sexy, I'll be honest. It is a nice looking towel. Double-sided, as most of them are now. You got the grey and the yellow, or the yellow and the grey. So, you know, again, towels, essential piece of kit. Is it essential to buy one that's fishing brand? Absolutely not. If you just want to buy it, bring a rag from home or whatever, don't matter. But I would say always have a towel with you. If you cut yourself, or it's cold and you want to dry your hands, and or any ground bait use or anything like that. It's just, with fishing, it's an essential bit. You don't want bream slime on your hands all day. Essential bit of kit, and just something that I'd add to the list, and that were just under a tenner. So again, not breaking the bank, and always nice to have as a little stocking filler, or a Father's Day gift, or a birthday gift. So that's the items that I've got at the moment. Like I say, I'm going to buy a bait brolly, which will stick up over the top of here, just in case it rains. It's just something that, instead of having a hood, it's detachable. Gives me an option, so I will get one of those. And like I say, just 2 socks, and those socks will just screw on to that spray ripple bar, and you know, I'll just keep them in all the time and just remove it when I need, but I'll just keep the socks screwed into it. What I tend to say is, if you've got a bag big enough to do that, because every time you unscrew it and screw it, unscrew it and screw it, you just put more wear and tear on it. So best not to and fro it, just leave it as is. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. Like I say, I don't know if this goes up first or if it's second, but if you haven't seen the roller video, if this has come first, the pole roller, then check that out. That's the Matrix flat one and the double. And then if you haven't, it hasn't been up yet, then it'll be the next video in the queue, and you'll be able to see that next week. So thank you very much for watching. Have a look through our playlists and see if there's anything else that you like. Join us on the Facebook group Angling For You. Join us on the Instagram Angling_For You. And thank you very much. Tight lines.